This is what it looks like when a white person cares more about their bag than they do about protecting the rights of marginalized people, especially Black and brown folks. You know, I had no intention of saying anything online about the Mercedes Chandler situation, but then a bunch of my followers sent me this clip over the weekend.
We're in a different space. We're in a space that I think would probably offend a lot of people on the left because they're trying to hear what conservatives are saying, where other people don't want to hear what conservatives are saying because they automatically read it off the cycle. Rightfully so, it's their place to think that, that's for sure. But I want to know why they think like they think, and to know why I have to hear what it is they think. What is that disrespectful opinion that you have, and how can I engage with it?
Honestly, I'm just going to say everything that just came out of Mercedes' mouth, complete bullshit. And I say that as the woman that is known in part for having an entire series centered around teaching other people on the left how to appeal to conservatives in defense of left and left-leaning values. So I am no stranger to having the goal of organizing people on the right to move them leftward. That is what I have dedicated much of both my personal life and my career to doing. But you won't ever see a single one of the conversations that I have with people on the far right on my TikTok. You won't see them happening on live because what I'm actually trying to do is actually organize them and actually move them to the left. What you are attempting to do, Mercedes, is you're attempting to monetize those conversations. Those are very different things. There is no world in which platforming a man who is still actively creating MAGA content. His most recent videos include him wearing a MAGA hat and talking about things like attacking feminists, attacking people who are pro-choice, going after the left in general. You know, there is no world in which platforming that guy, giving that guy more of an audience, does anything to grow progressive power, which is your stated purpose of the Unfuck America tour. Not mine. That's not how I described the tour. That's how you described the tour. That's how the website still describes the tour. And look, if you want to monetize platforming racists, if that's how you want to make your money, if that feels good to you at the end of the day, baby, you do you. But don't fucking bullshit people on here and claim that you're doing it out of a place of organizing, because that is destructive to organizing and to the movement as a whole. This is not what organizing looks like, and you fucking know that. There are so many extremely talented organizers out there, some of whom have a public profile and some of whom do not, that spend their time, have dedicated their lives to bringing people back from the brink of far-right extremism. But none of them monetize those initial conversations because they realize how extremely dangerous it is to give those ideas a megaphone and project them out to our broader audiences. We as people with platforms have a responsibility to handle those platforms and handle those audiences responsibly. And if you aren't up to the task of that responsibility, then stop fucking calling yourself a political organizer and stop fucking asking people for money as if you are doing political organizing, because this is not what that looks like. You should be ashamed of yourself. I am deeply, deeply ashamed of you. And to answer all of the questions that I got in my DMs, no. What Mercedes and Zee are doing is not in any way what I am talking about in my series on how to appeal to conservatives for leftist values. This is the exact opposite of that, and it is disgusting and pathetic. This is what it looks like when a white person cares more about their bag than they do about protecting the rights of marginalized people, especially Black and brown folks. Period.